Hello, Internet, and welcome to episode 105, the Gabe and Abel Happy Hour. My name is Ace, or Abel. It's never Abel, it's just Ace. And joining me here today is history's favourite president, Gabraham Lincoln.
In the streets!
In the streets, indeed, my good friend. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
What have
I'm
you been up
sorry.
to?
I'm in my gym clothes. I'm sorry. I'm rushing straight off to the gym.
And I'm just cuddling this perfectly beautiful Majora pillow.
So if anyone's an audio listener, you want to see me, my gym stuff, you want to see Ace holding a pillow, then get on YouTube. Watch on YouTube.
Yeah, and if someone was like this pillar,
Yeah.
or instead of going on YouTube, they just wanted to just bypass the visual stimulant of the sale process,
Stimuli.
and just jump straight in with the cock out and the money out,
Yeah.
where would they
We
do
have a
that?
place where they can do that. NintendoSushi.com/shop is where you can find some cool merchandise, such as hats, such as that one. You can find...
Oh, is this an announcement of this hat?
Yeah, I'm announcing it now.
Which hat have I got? Have I got the new
Pokemon.
hat? Okay, we're announcing a new hat. It's got a Pokeball on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really,
Awesome.
it's like 3D
It's cool.
puff,
It's like bumpy.
full on embroidery,
Bumpy puff.
bumpy puff, full on. That's the Pokemon that's inside it.
Bumpy puff. I like that.
Which is the Mega Evolution of Jigglypuff.
Bumpy puff, yeah.
Yeah. So.
So if you want to get on there, you should. Also, Cooper Club. I know we kind of explain it quite a lot. But
Just go on
if you want details for that,
NintendoSushi.com/Cooper Club. KOOPACLUBD.
And that's
just one B, not four.
different ways of finding more of us and Ellie.
An extra.
So the deal with Gabe and Abel is that I bring a topic, Ace brings a topic, and the
Ace doesn't have a
wonderful
topic.
the
brethren.
the brethren is that what we're calling them?
Yeah.
The brethren bring a topic as well for us to discuss.
Is that against? Does God get mad if you nick that word, or is that alright?
I mean, I don't believe in God, so.
Brethren.
So that's what goes on. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's serious. There's laughter, there's tears, there's screaming. There's almost always an orgasm.
Sometimes nudity.
Sometimes nudity, yeah. Sometimes.
Especially if you go on YouTube and type in "cooking with Abraham Lincoln," there's a lot of
There
nudity.
we go.
Bringing it full circle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get my topic out.
Like this eye that you can see on this perfectly constructed pillar. Full circle.
So right, my first topic.
I have forgotten mine, so as you're distributing yours to the world, to the brethren, I'm going to come up with one.
While I'm preaching the word to the brethren.
Yeah.
My first topic is the worst or most inappropriate times you've laughed and most inappropriate times that you could possibly laugh. So let me start off with the story. Yeah, so you kind of understand. Because we've all laughed at an improv. We've all done it, haven't we? We've all laughed when we shouldn't have laughed. And one of mine...
Yeah,
was-
I always, when someone brings a topic like this up,
Yeah.
what's the worst thing you've ever done? What's all this? That's what mine will be. What's the worst thing you've ever done? Got it. Yes, nailed it.
I don't know if I've done anything of it.
Then it's difficult to...
I know it is, yeah. That's why I'm telling my story first. So
All right, go on then.
You got a bit of time to think. So, one of my ex-girlfriends, a while ago, I was at a wedding of it was like their...
How many girlfriends ago was it?
2. It was like their, I don't know, relative, their cousin or whatever. And obviously you're there and it's all their family. You don't know anyone, apart from the person that you've come with and their close family, but you don't really know anyone that well. And I was actually invited to the service, not just the reception. So I was actually in the church.
Oh, the full-on you may kiss the bride.
Yeah, I was there.
Has
And
anyone got anyone to say last minute and all that?
Yeah. I love it if I stood up and was just like, has anyone got any objection or whatever? I'm like, yes, I object.
I'm her son.
Yeah. So what happened was...
Were they old people or young people getting married?
Young people. Well, like 27, 28, so yeah, young people. So
27's the new 15.
it is. They were getting married. And I was just kind of sat there and they'd had like a death in the family recently. Like a really big death.
So really
like,
funny.
Like one of the grandmas had died or something.
Oh, that doesn't count. That's
No,
not a real death.
I know, yeah.
Because
Grandma's...
everyone's expecting for the last 10
Yeah,
years of
exactly.
grandma's life for her to die.
Yeah.
That's not a real death.
It's not a real person dying though.
No, it's a living embodiment of a ghost.
Yeah.
And it's like when they die, it's just like, oh, I knew ghosts didn't exist.
So the
Like an imaginary friend for the last 10 years of your grandma's life.
so
Love you, Nan.
the sister of the bride was doing a poem. And like a bit of a speech about, kind of, she did a bit of a speech how she wished that their mother...
Did she have a speech impediment?
No, she didn't. She wished that would have been funny though. She wished that their mother had been there and all this stuff. And she started doing this poem, and she stopped like halfway through the poem.
What kind of poem was it though? Was it using Old English? Was it rhyming?
It was.
Was it a Mad Libs?
It might have been like a Wordsworth or something. Like One of Lonely as a Cloud or whatever. So.
Oh, she'd not written this.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant she'd written a poem.
No, she'd written
a lovely poem. Like
she's reading a
poem on a day in September.
No.
Was it in September?
I don't know. So anyway, she was really sad and she had to stop, because the emotion was overtaking her. And their other grandma was sat near me, and she's like a little bit deaf. So everyone was really sad.
Say that again.
Deaf.
You said deaf.
I know, I do that.
Which was
appropriate, yeah. So she's a little bit deaf, and everyone went quiet. Everyone was really emotional and choked up, and she just went, "We can't fucking hear a word she's saying." And I just lost it. Like, everyone else...
It's not bad.
Everyone else looked at her, like, gave her a real evil look and just carried on watching and listening to this poem and this girl being choked up. I could not stop laughing for the full service. And every single time I looked at
Was this in the church then?
This was in the church.
Oh, I see, I was expecting like Wangro saying ding, 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 ding.
No, this was in the church. This was when, and like all the You May Kiss the Bride and all like that. I just couldn't deal with it because I was
Did this happen prior to that then?
Yeah, this was kind of like,
Has the bride come in yet?
Yeah, the bride was in,
and
they were both stood up there.
All that shit.
Yeah,
they were both stood there,
saying there's a broom or whatever, and then they were stood there.
Is that the part of it?
Here comes the bride, 50 meters wide. Here comes the groom, it's thin as a broom or something like that. You know, we used to sing at school.
God, those vicars now to write some
I know.
hard tunes
in the streets.
That was good. Did you want me to add in a sound effect?
Yeah, you can do it. So I just could not stop laughing for the full thing, and the full family kept giving me like mucky looks, and like my girlfriend's dad kept like looking over at me and like nudging me and like going, "Come on, sort it out now." And I just couldn't help it. And it was the situation like of definitely should not laugh in this situation. I know no one here. Everyone's really sad. They just had a death.
Have I met this grandma?
No. Oh. No, you haven't. But yeah, that was funny. That was a good one. So yeah, that's one of mine.
How long ago was that then?
Oh, it was years ago. It was like my first girlfriend that I had for like years.
You were 7.
Yeah.
The father's just like, sort your shit out, son.
He don't know why he's
You're 7 now.
He's calling me son already.
You're 7 now. Yeah. Fucking twat. Grow up. At your age.
So yeah, I'm really bad for that. Funerals as well.
Not your shoe tires. I'm a size 7 shoe.
Like, why are funerals so funny?
What?
Why are funerals so funny?
Because you said this was a wedding.
No, but I'm just saying as well, funerals, why are they so funny? Because they are, aren't they?
I don't think the entire premise of a funeral is entirely funny.
No, the premise of the funeral isn't funny. The idea, the person dying isn't funny. But for some reason, there's always some... Like, I remember my granddad's funeral, right? Here's another time when I laughed inappropriately. There was a guy... there, and his eyebrows, right, were that long that they'd come out and curled up like that. So he had like giant Elvis quiffs coming from his eyebrows. And I remember turning around during my granddad's funeral and seeing him, and again just not stopping laughing for the funeral.
Well, I think all that just like stems from the fact that you're not allowed to laugh.
Yeah, socially you're not supposed to.
Well, it's same in this thing. Like now, like if someone said, "Oh, look, Gabe, if you just said something then, didn't you?"
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't fucking hate you. It's like that's not funny. But if it's in a church or whatever and like it goes silent and thingy, it becomes the funniest thing known to man.
Yeah.
Or ghosts.
Like
it was the dead funny. Grandma.
It was really funny. So I'm really bad for that. I'm really bad at laughing at inappropriate times when it's like you shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, same. I can't. I've been trying to like think of. I can't think of a specific thing, but it happens all the. You know when something happens all the time to you, that you're like. I don't know, there's probably like times when like I don't know, like a little Down syndrome kids like inappropriately made like noises in places where you're not allowed and stuff. And
Are you talking about when you was on the train?
no, I wasn't laughing at that.
Mm.
I was just texting you.
Yeah.
He didn't have Down syndrome. He wasn't Down syndrome.
No.
Either. But which is like, of course it's horrible. Like laughing at something like that. This is something that this person's like been plagued with all their life. It's not something that shows. It's not something of anyone's era. And it is awful. But there's probably been times like when something like that's happened, and it's like I'm not laughing at this person. I don't want this person to feel sad. It's fucking funny though.
Do you feel like it's like as well like an uncomfortable thing? You know, when you feel a bit uncomfortable, you laugh, don't you? Yeah. Like this one that I remember where a member of our family was going through some bad stuff, and I rang like a Samaritan type thing, and the person who answered,
that was me that was making you laugh.
You was there.
I was the one making you laugh.
The person that answered sounded
exactly like Cheryl Cole.
Exactly
I'll tell
like
this one
Cheryl
then because
Cole.
because I ain't got a start right. So he was ringing Samaritans. I only thought 2 Samaritans. Whatever.
Which I didn't really realise.
Really.
I didn't really realise what they did until I rang and realised that they don't really do anything.
They do shit, do they? No. So right, and it sounded exactly like Cheryl Cole. She was maybe Cheryl Tweedy at the time.
Yeah.
No, it was Cheryl Cole.
Yeah.
And Gabe had not realised. It was on loudspeaker.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe had not realised at first. He was just like, oh, it's just some woman blatantly from Newcastle.
Yeah.
So I had my computer and I just went on Google Images and just put the X Factor sign on and turned it around because she was a judge on X Factor then. Yeah. I don't know if she still is.
Is that
the theme tune for X Factor?
It started as theme tune for X Factor, then I just kind of
sounded like some 80s video game.
into some street version,
and then just sort of flipped the computer onto the X Factor, and you didn't get it at first. So I went on thing and just got a picture of Cheryl Cole, turned it round. She spoke again, and it's uncontrollable.
Yeah, I know.
That was my bad, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But there's been times where, like, we've done little things like interviews or whatever, where I've just been like, I don't know why, but I really want to laugh. Like, no, they've not said anything bad.
No, it's not about them. It's just about the situation of...
Yeah.
Like, it'll happen, like... Say we've done a few interviews.
Yeah,
it's not giving away who it was. No. But say Mr. X.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. X.
Yeah.
They... Like, if like, Gabe makes a noise or whatever, and I'm just like, just nudge him, like, to be quiet or whatever, then stuff becomes more funny after them. Does, and, like, if they say something. And there was another time, you know when we was interviewing my friend Samantha?
Yeah.
Samantha Youssef, she's an amazing animator. She works for Disney. Great. She's working, actually, on the new steampunk movie. What's it called? I've got to forgotten. With all the Disney animators and everything that are working on it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I can't remember. Hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo. Yeah.
She's working on that at the moment. She's doing all the pre-production sort of character great, designs. Like she's an amazing person. I love her to bits. She's great. Really good friend of mine. She's great. And we had her on the show.
We did.
But she lives in Canada, so she occasionally comes out across to London. But she was in Canada at the time, was doing it via Skype, and then I asked Gabe to like think of like something random.
Yeah. That a child was playing with.
Why was we talking about that?
We're talking about like a child playing with something. He was on about animation. He was talking about like, if a child was playing with like a toy, like and you asked me to think of something.
And you just said dildo.
And the first thing that came to mind was dildo.
And that just become like infinitely funny because Samantha's like quite a reserved person. She's a very nice, like very super sweet person.
A normal human being.
Yeah, a normal human being.
That was the issue.
Death of the fucking human race, like Gabe and I.
Yeah.
But she was just this like sweet human being, and Gabe said like dildo or whatever it was, and it just went.
It was around 30 seconds of silence after. I'm like, what?
And then
a child's playing with something. What is it?
I tried
dildo.
Stringing it together. Like, go back and listen to that show.
Yeah.
You'll find where it is on iTunes.
I think you kind of go, not a dildo, like something else.
Yeah, like, and then after when she's talking from there, we're just
imagine a kid playing with a dildo.
We're just like giggling, but I don't think you can hear it. I may have probably even edited it out. But that was tough to string that together.
That was. The amount of stuff as well that we've done where we've been recording, like when we used to do like video reviews and stuff. And there's one video review of Bravely Default.
Oh, here's a giggle one.
What?
Red Helmet.
Oh, Red Helmet's a good one.
That's the perfect example. It's documented. It's well documented.
It is. Right.
Go back to
10.
episode. Is it definitely
10.
episode 10?
Yeah, it's episode 10 at the end.
Go back to episode 10. Like fast forward right to the end. And you'll hear us trying to keep
me
it together.
doing Bravely Default though, because I had to say you can grind. You have to grind with your characters.
We put the outtakes on that as well, though, didn't we?
I'd said line you have to grind with your characters so that they harden up, and I could not get to the end of that sentence. It's because I wrote the review and then I read them out, and I'd written it and not like completely innocently
This is when we used to do reviews.
And then yeah.
No, it's episode 11.
Oh, is it 11? Sorry.
If you go on episode 11, it's about 80s Nintendo cartoons.
Oh, it is. Yeah, episode 11. Yeah.
Just fast forward it right to the end because
the rest of it, the sound quality is awful.
No, I don't know. It's probably more thingy than this shit.
But yeah, I remember just Ace nudging me after I said, no, you grinned when I said, you've got to grind on your enemies so that they harden up, and Ace just grinned, and I just started laughing, and I could not get to the end of that sentence. As
well, there was a lot of those moments in recording Cooking with Abraham Lincoln.
A lot with Abraham Lincoln. It's because the fish was too slippy, and when I was trying to do the ga, my hand just kept slipping.
It wasn't even stuff. It was like certain faces you'd pull.
Yeah.
And
that moment when I pulled the apron up and my knob was underneath,
you just grin at the end.
Yeah, I know, because you were just staring at me in the knob.
I was eye height to some bollocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and editing that was rough, but there was loads of times like when he was naked outside and stuff like that, because we had to get it in one shot because she was naked outside, surrounded by in like a suburban area, and it's like we had to get it done in one shot. Yeah. And like there was lots of times like when you was like semi-naked outside and you pull a face, and these very like at the very end of certain cuts you can see you're about to go in a grin. It cuts out like most people, because they don't know you as well as I do, like probably won't see that. But there's a few, and you do a grin on the sort of like bollock cleaning, lifting up.
Oh god, yeah. People don't appreciate how hard that is to get through when you're butt naked in public and you're just trying to keep a straight face.
And you've got me giggling.
And you've got you laughing because you were fully laughing.
First, the first taking the intro.
Yeah.
When you was doing that, I was just at the other corner of that garden just giggling.
I noticed that you had to leave.
Because I had on my phone, I had the I could see it on my phone, because I had it like mirrored, the camera mirrored with my phone, and I was just looking at that, and I could see that, and it's, you know when you do the the sort of like cooking bit, and then you do that grin. That was the second take. That one was the first one. It was me that ruined that take. And then when you did it again, I'm just like, you know when you're like squeezing your bollocks for a bit of pain because you don't want to like.
I do that. I scratch myself real hard.
Or like or like bite your tongue or bite your.
Try and think of something not funny.
Yeah.
Then it becomes funny.
Everything's funny if you've got a heart of gold.
Yeah. So we can finish my topic on that.
Yeah, everything's funny
if you've got a
heart of gold.